Hi, and welcome to another episode of The Pipeline, where we elevate top real estate businesses and share how they became top producers and dominated the real estate market. My name is Carlos Concepcion, Chief Sales Officer at IBX Boost, the first real estate business accelerator of its kind. And I'm very excited to have our next guest with us. He's the owner and managing broker of a top producer agency in Miami that have sold over $50 million in sales in new developments. And I'm so thrilled to have him being part of this podcast. Today, I'm very excited to have a partner and a friend, Ms. Iliana Abella, owner and director, managing owner of the Abella Group, a top producer team in Coral Gables, Miami. Welcome, Iliana. It's so nice to see you and have you in the podcast. Tell us a little bit more about you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. It's an honor for me to be part of your pipeline program.
Well, it's very exciting to showcase and display to other agents nationwide what teams like yourself are doing, because we believe there is a lot of value in being provided through these new networks and through YouTube and podcasts. And the goal is to always put you at the forefront, letting people know what they can be doing to grow their business and grow their teams and things like that. But before we jump right into it, I'm pretty sure our viewers would like to know a little bit more about you. What made you go into real estate? And tell us a little bit about your story.
So my husband and I started our own company back in 1990. If that dates me, of course, I'm older than you for sure. So we started a company. It was just my husband and I. The name of the company was Greater Miami Investments. As a matter of fact, I started with a 3-year-old. If somebody gives you an excuse, there's no excuses. We started a business with a 3-year-old boy, and I was pregnant with my second. So this is how I started pretty much our own company in real estate in Coral Gables, Florida. It was not easy. I'm not going to say it was easy, but I think when you have an attitude of winning and there's no turning back kind of an attitude, and you have to make it. And if you have to fake it until you make it, do it. But the idea is hard work, consistent action will get you the results. And this is what we did. And fast forward to 2018, we were very fortunate to have been approached by Compass, and they acquired our company. At that time, we had 50 agents working with us. Of those 50 agents, pretty much all of them joined. Some of them joined as referral directors, some of them as active agent. With time, some of them just fell by the sideway. Managing a team within a company like Compass of 50 agents would have been quite difficult. Right now, we're 16 agents, and we're very happy. We've been able to grow our business consistently every single year since we entered this company. Some of the success, I owe it to meeting you and you creating our website back in 2020, which when we joined TREMGroup as one of their members with the website, it was just the beginning of the pandemic. And it was a very hard time because nobody knew where our business was going. So I kind of put all my effort and energy into, since we were at home, to working on the website. And so we started our lead gen program and everything else. It was hard, but at the same time, I noticed that this was a way to generate new business in a time where everything was kind of at a standstill. So that's in a nutshell how we kind of started.
No, that's very nice to hear. And from my perspective, since I've met you, I can validate the fact that your team has shown us nothing other than dedication to your craft and very hard work, diligent work. And like you say, you had a lot of experience in the business for many years. So you have seen many changes in the industry, from selling your first business, rebranding, changing again, and then embracing the technologies, the new technologies that came with the crisis and the pandemic. But you still maintain at the top in the market, and you have, in my opinion, been able to rebuild teams as one of the things that you do very well. And why don't you tell us a little bit more about that? How did you manage to first get that first team, and now what are you doing to build your real estate team again?
So for agents out there that are probably looking to build a team, because I must say real estate has taken this complete turn where back in the day, teams was not something that you would hear about. But I think in the last, probably say of the last 5-6 years, this team movement has really has grown. And so for agents out there who are having a hard time and they would like to start building a team, this is my advice. The first thing you have to do is you have to find people like you who want to succeed, it's not only about making money, because a lot of people think that being successful, it's all about the money. I think being successful goes way, way beyond making money. Because if I make a lot of money, but I am a person that when I walk down the street, people cross the street because they don't even want to talk to me, because they don't like me. What's my success rate there? So I think it's about building relationships with those team members, number one, and having people that think alike, that are willing to learn, that are coachable. And Compass is very much about coaching, learning, technology. We have access to incredible tools. You're very familiar with it. So if these people that are working with you are not willing to learn, are not willing to grow, to read, to go to a seminar, to attend a class, they may not be the team member you want.
Collaboration, right? Getting alongside with people that think alike, that set goals and set themselves to achieve it. So I do agree with you 100%. Iliana, I also have a question for you. I know that you have several team members, and how easy it is to, once they're in the industry, kind of guide them into what to do. What are some of the best practices that you share or promote within your team for them to be successful with their own relationships?
So when they first join us, the first thing we do, that we sit down, we have a meeting, we tell them how we work, how we operate. We meet at least once a week with the team, and we strategize. We talk about, first of all, what the team is doing, who's working on what. That's one of the things that we do. But communication is very important. And I must say that I don't want to call it a slave, but I am there for them. Let's just say that. And they know they can call me Monday through Sunday. And I know that's kind of this is almost like having children, but I like it.
As a business owner, sometimes you have to do that babysitting steps, and it's not babysitting; it's doing research for your team.
I don't want to do that. Well, everybody has to do it with their own style. Bring your own style to the table. I mean, I like it. I like if they call me, if they have a problem. I'd rather they call me and ask the question than to later tell me I have a problem. So we avoid a lot of mistakes by talking and I think that friendship outside of just the business relationship, just having that camaraderie that we have, that togetherness, that we all get along, we help each other, and that's something that the leader has to establish from the beginning. That attitude of giving, sharing, and helping. Because sometimes you're going to be on the receiving end, and sometimes you're going to be on the other end. So sometimes you're teaching, sometimes you're learning.
I love your message because it goes alongside everything that we preach as well. Success, it's it's not just about the money, so much more. It's about building that human connection with your clients and with your team, and making sure that you're a legit and basically a resource for them in order to help your team and your business to grow. If there is anything else, Iliana, that you would like to share with agents nationwide, please let us know anything that we may have left out.
So after talking about that relationship that you establish with your agents and that accountability, let's just say we have accountability. So every weekday that we meet, we come to the table and say, okay, so what happened with this deal? What happened with that client? Were you able to find the proper? So it's communication, number one. Number two, establish the same relationship with those clients that each of you are working with. So communicating with the clients, sending them an email, calling them. You have to set aside some time during your day, which is very difficult in our career and this time and what we're dealing with right now, because we're all running around like crazy people trying to find listings and trying to find our clients properties so they can go see properties. And so it's very hectic, but we need to set some time during our day to make the phone calls, to email, to call the agents, to call not only the agents that we work with in our network, but also the clients. And so go through your CRM and set up at least 1 hour of your day to touch base with people in your CRM through email, whichever way that you feel more comfortable. If it's a phone call, sometimes it's easier to pick up the phone than to send an email.
Something that we see, right, is especially in this time and age where technology is so in front of us, sometimes we miss the point of how easy it is just to make that human connection with a phone call. I do believe that from a sales perspective, now that we're talking on the pipeline too, is that phone call could save you so much time and energy. So is part of the daily practices. I love that message. Iliana, it's very nice to have you here. For those of you who join later in the pipeline and want to know more about Iliana, her website is theabellagroup.com. It will be featured in the comments. Iliana, again, very nice to see you. Thank you for being here. I can't wait for the next one. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Carlos.